StreetWise, not the Tribune or Sun Times in disguise. It's the November edition of StreetWise. Everybody's talking about it, other people write about it, you can read about it. It's got to be good if the media moguls read, write, and talk about the competition. You, my friend, have been missing something. StreetWise, what's it all about? It's about helping out the homeless. That's it, that's the bottom line. How do you help out the homeless today? StreetWise is just one of the ways. Paper soap great cause a reduction in the crime rate. Take the beggars and the panhandlers off the street. If you want to be wise, buy StreetWise. You want to be nice, buy StreetWise twice. If you brought it before, by 4. Got a dinner date by 8. By 10, I'll do the whole show all over again. Thank you.
I got the new edition, hot off the press. Money back again, you will be impressed.
The mission of StreetWise is to empower the homeless to become self-sufficient. Our mission, our goal is to provide them with a job that is selling the paper, and through that they can get back on their feet.
It costs like 25 cents for each newspaper. Although StreetWise is sold for $1, 75% of that dollar goes to the vendor who's homeless or formerly homeless.
It's relatively a simple process. They come in off the street and they do an application process. We bring them in and situate them as a vendor and begin the process of training and orientation.
So now, here we are. Yes, we are homeless. Yes, we need to help ourselves. We need to move forward in life. We believe that, don't we? But also, we have to be smart. When you step out on this street right now today and take this paper with you, you better believe that customer already has an expectation of you as a StreetWise vendor.
It's 12 sessions and we go over marketing, we go over personal planning, planning your money. So I learned a lot, not only about selling StreetWise papers, about how to budget my money and things of that nature.
All right, we're going to talk about a lot of things today about saving money. Now, living on the street for a couple of years, I know what happens to us. I came down here the first day and had just the clothes on my back. I'd been robbed the night before, all my clothes, my watch, my ring, a small amount of cash I had, everything. I walked out here with 10 free papers, and within a week I had a place to live. StreetWise, I owe a lot to StreetWise.
Our mission is to help them to become self-sufficient through employment. And we don't see StreetWise as a permanent employment opportunity. We see it rather as a transitional employment opportunities.
Right now I'm studying to be a paramedic. Therefore, I hope not to be selling papers much longer. I come in every morning, I start off and buy 20 papers. With those 20 papers, I go down to the Art Institute and sell.
StreetWise newspapers, only $1, the price of a cup of coffee.
The days that I'm in school, I have to make my money for my hotel room before I can go to school, because after I get out of school, I wouldn't have a place to stay.
Well, hey, can you all tell me what's the difference between a school teacher and a train? A school teacher tells you to spit your gum out, but your train goes choo choo.
I try to have fun when I'm out there, so I love to tell jokes. When it's warm outside, I also give free blood pressure checks when people buy a paper. Therefore, I'm also getting practice in the profession that I'm trying to get into, plus I'm providing a service.
I take your blood pressure when you buy a StreetWise paper.
And that's good marketing.
There you go.
Thank you very much.
All right, well, thank you.
Good luck.
All right, and thank you.
Hope you make it.
Okay.
In an average day, I make approximately $40, $50. And what I do is I sit down every Saturday night, make out a budget for the week on how much money I need to eat, room and board, and education. And I have quotas. Some days I may sell for only 4 hours because I reach my quota. Some days I'm out 13, 14 hours a day.
And you all have a safe trip home.
But that's the commitment that I have to make in order to succeed.
Buy a StreetWise newspaper, get a free blood pressure check. Only $1. StreetWise.
Okay, what I'm going to give you is this directory to take with you, and there are different lists of housing for drop-in or overnight.
One of the things we offer to vendors is supportive services. We refer vendors to housing, for example, those individuals that don't have a place to live, need emergency housing. We refer people to medical programs for individuals that are sick, don't have insurance. We refer people to food pantries for those individuals who are desperate and don't have anything to eat. Just a variety of different services.
I'm a vendor service representative, and what my job is to try to help bring services into to StreetWise. For instance, you all might decide that you all don't want to go to the county and stand in that line to get your teeth pulled. So you want a health team to come in here for dinner.
We also pride ourselves in providing opportunities for vendors within inside a StreetWise newspaper. Of the current 11 staff members, 6 are former vendors, and they're holding positions like community support team managers, cashiers, and our accountant is a former vendor.
If you pick up an issue of StreetWise, what you'll find is a variety of things. We try to keep a common denominator of life on the streets, which is going to mean social issues to us. But you'll find articles on how to eat better, mental health, sports. We'll talk about movies, plays, that sort of thing, but it's all under life on the streets.
You read a StreetWise, there's probably something in there that you're touched by, but not only touched by, that you want to hang on to. That you might even want to share with somebody.
Now, most people buy this newspaper because it's such a good newspaper.
We have many people writing for StreetWise newspaper. We have a host of volunteers that come from professional newspapers. They write for the newspaper. We have interns who come in from different colleges across the country to write for the newspaper. And then we have the all-important vendor.
What I started to do was to try to get little stories about the vendors to sort of ease them into the idea of writing and having things about themselves published. And I started to see exactly the kind of effect it has. Very, I think, therapeutic for a lot of people, a lot of vendors.
I mean, I didn't realize there was so many stories in my own life, It's like, oh, wow, I got a story here and I got one there. And by being a part of StreetWise, it's easy to get those published.
As a mother, at the risk of losing my life, I was willing to do whatever it took to save my baby.
The money earned by the vendors each of the last 3 years are funds that would have to have been provided by the federal, state, and local governments.
It's not enough for me just to go back to school. I have to go back and be good at it.
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a firefighter, a police officer, or a paramedic. I remember
you have done all you could have done. A smiling child who likes having fun. Peace is the answer.
Reading StreetWise and stories written by vendors in StreetWise leaves the reader with the impression that this is a human being, a person with feelings, a person who have faults just like everybody else, who have ups, have downs, just like anybody else. It also dispels some of the stereotypes that a person may have had before they read the newspaper.
StreetWise gives a face to the vendors. It gives a face to homelessness.
One gentleman, I read an article on him after he told me to read the article on him. And since then, every time I see him, it's like he's my friend. And I want to continue hearing the updates on his life. And his life truly is growing and moving.
I like the fact that I can buy it from the same person all the time. And I appreciate the fact that they're out there all the time. So, I mean, I think I'm buying it because I appreciate how hard they're working trying to sell it.
It's the exchange of spirituality and meeting good people. Look for this name in StreetWise. I've had over 15 poems published in the paper.
Well, I look forward to reading this then.
The hello, how you doing? This is, you know, something that doesn't readily happen to homeless people. Streetwise today. God bless you, ma'am. Have a lovely evening. Coming into Streetwise, it gave me a sense of belonging. It was good to be able to go to a place regularly, not have my hand out. I was part of an organization. I was part of the working class again, in a small way, in a minute way, but I was part of the working class again. I was seeing familiar faces of other vendors, cashiers, sell the papers, people in the office, and you going out the door, it's like, God bless you and have a good day.
Before I did feel like an outsider, very much so. Right now, I feel like I have somebody I can call when things go down, and that's a good feeling. It makes a difference when you have somebody there for you sometimes.
Every year we have a Thanksgiving dinner for the vendors. We can sit down, we can associate, meet people's families and things like that, bring our family with us to let them see what Streetwise is about. So it's nice, it's nice.
If you haven't got any clothing, it's downstairs, we're having a giveaway. Feel free to go downstairs and get your clothing.
Streetwise fosters a family environment. When you come here, you're accepted for who you are. So we make this environment warm, you're part of an organization, and that's a major benefit for an individual that's been out there alone.
The fact that there are people here who actually come here with their children and their children look forward to seeing me makes me feel good, because it makes me feel that I'm a part of their family, like I'm an uncle or something. And Streetwise is truly a family to a lot of people.
In my opinion, what makes Streetwise work is several things. It requires, first of all, a product that can be sold. Secondly, it requires a system, and in this case, it's a business entity within the not-for-profit running a paper that at least breaks even so that they can run the social programs. And thirdly, it takes the desire of somebody out there who wants to do something for themselves, who has that pride or wants to regain the self-esteem to help themselves and not have somebody else to give it all to them.
Gave me confidence, self-esteem, and able to look in somebody and say, I'm human too. I'm not only because I was homeless, I am a human being, and I expect you to give me respect, and I will give you respect.
Right now I'm saving up for myself an apartment, and I can have my clothes and everything in one spot, keep them clean, and then get me food and go on from there. Start being a human being again.
People ask you out there, who are you? Don't look down, don't despair, don't even act as if you don't care. You look them straight in the eye, you smile, you be positive, and you be proud. And you let them know that we are Streetwise, and we walk a different road. And no one knows this journey, because we walk by faith wherever we go. We're strong, we're proud. Keep your head up, and you say it loud. What do you say? Streetwise! It's all good.